Welcome to Rachana Journalism channel. Soil is the greatest connector of life. It is a source and destination for all. We celebrate World Soil Day on December 5th every year. On this special occasion, we have with us retired professor, eminent environmentalist, civil engineering expert, Dr. D. Venkat Reddy sir. So, sir, I would like to first thank you for being on board, and my questions begin, sir. Sir, we are going to celebrate the soil day soon. So, what is the importance of the soil? Can you explain in the life?
Yeah. Soil is one of the important product on the Mother Earth. Soil formation is depends upon the formation of the different rock types. And if you want to see about the earth formation taken by 4.5 billion years ago, that is most important. After earth formation taken many million years of time, that related to the formation of the soil. Soil is one of the important component on the Mother Earth. From the earth is formed, even today, soil is playing very important role. Not only on this planet Earth, all other planets, soil is the one of the important for the survival. So soil importance, we are here taken mostly for our survival, food production. Almost our food production entire in the world directly depends upon the soil nutrients, science capabilities, and where to go the soil. And soil also depends upon the most important, nowadays we are using about the soil will sustains our ecosystem, all environment, ecosystem, or we can also call it environment and ecology also. Environment and ecology, the two words. Ecology obviously comes about the uses. Environmental ecological balances also depends upon the earth itself. And soil is most important for to know understanding about for many issues, for climate change, what are the changes what we are making nowadays directly related to the climate change. So soil is the impacted with the climate change and global diversity. Then even soil also playing about many issues in many survival, and soil pollution and water floods, flood control measures, every aspect required to understanding about the soil. Soil is one of the important component to understanding survival, will survive on this planet. And even soil, now we are probing soil, bringing the soil from the moon. Recently, I think the China, it brought the soil from the moon other part. Moon, what we are saying is one part. The China capable bringing about the soil from the invisible forest, that one. That soil brought this one. What purpose? Soil, once we analyze, not only environmental climatical issues, soil will give the very important clues about what are the mineral deposits are resting on the other planets on the area also. So explorers can exploit the mineral deposits. Future of the mineral deposits, we are planning not only on the earth, we are planning for the other planet system. Soil exploration, soil will give about the minerals, survival, plant, ecology, and water filtration, flood control, every aspect soil is the one of the important component.
Sir, you have worked for many decades in the global warming issues.
Yeah.
So, the efforts like which is being kept right now for the global warming and the climatic changes, are they effective?
The climate change is one of the important. The climate change is a mixture of various aspects. So climate change is not started now. Climate change started from the billions years of time also. So it is very micro level changes. What is climate change? The change in the environment system. Ecosystem is changed. So when natural system is developed, with the natural system there was no disturbances. When we are started the using about the natural resources, directly or indirectly we are using the system. So the global warming and climate change is a very big issue. We can discuss about any number of hours, many international journals also there, many experts also studied about, and now the new methodology, new predictions also coming out, and they are giving about the how the global changes are related. Then what is the most important? Global change different. Environmental changes are related to one and all. For example, things about the climate change aspects. So climate change, particularly in case of the, we are experiencing now, the most important we are finding about the changing of the pattern of the weather and environment. Suppose the predefined the seasons, like the India we are having only three, other countries are also only rainy season, winter or summer. So these three seasons earlier was defined, the reasons was there. Now when common man also were experiencing, these seasons days also changed, the temperature also changing, and unexpected temperature rise also noticed already. And this temperature rises and several consequences also there. As they says about greenhouse melting, greenhouse melting, so many issues are there. There are many issues are related to these areas. So a very lengthy question, we can a lot of things we can explain, but in short, the global warming and climate change, these are the two important components. Now we have to protect the environment, we have to look for these changes.
Sir, is the climate change affected, like, is it the climate change related to the soil erosion?
Yes, it's one of the good question here asked to you. What is a soil? First important, the Mother Earth or any planets, what take place. The earth, the soil is formed from the rock type. What is a rock? Rock is aggregate of natural minerals. And the anywhere as per the earth sciences, to understanding, earth sciences for everyone. Earth science not only for civil engineers or mining or mechanical. Earth science for environment. Now this actually earth science will be introduced to in all levels. In USA, many other developed countries, even the primary level also, earth science also there. Earth science, if understand earth science, then it comes to the environment. So this is lacuna in our system even today. So the climate change, soil is formed by the weathering, alteration of rock types for several years together. Formation of one layer of soil requires many years. Formation of soil is required about years, millions of years. Soil, whatever you are walking on a area, that is geologically weathered, altered rock particles are deposited, that is soil. Soil drifted, different soils. So soil is the product of Mother Earth, weathered, altered, weathering. Even today also soil is formation taking place. That is the soil. Soil erosion. So soil erosion is one of the important component. So soil erosion is related to how soil is eroded by physically, mechanically or biologically factors with our system. Because of the climate change variations, the soil erosion, soil also changes taking place will take place.
So, what is the impact of soil erosion in the agricultural output?
So in agriculture output, they even for take our India even today, the people we depends upon agriculture. Even I am also agriculture family. I am also farmlands also there in my village. Agriculture is one of the important sector for food production. So the soil which are cultivating for the types of areas, paddy or wheat or things depends upon the soil nutrients availability, nutrients pollutants. So these are the most important soil impact. The erosion impacting about the decline and the pollution of soil also related to directly onto the crop yield also reducing. There are many experts also there in bioengineering, agriculture engineering and environment engineering. Now the research also required not by one discipline, interdepartment required. Environment can't study by a single expert. Environment is the complicated and it is the all phases of areas required. That is the reason why agriculture production depends upon the soil pollutant, soil erosion, soil nutrients. This is the even you are using about soil and the impact of the agriculture production is the depends upon we have to require more agriculture, more products. We have to go for in further also. So the soil protection is one of the important. So that is the reason why soil is completely depends upon the impact on the particular on the environment.
So, instead of the agricultural sector, what are the consequences of the soil erosion in India, sir?
So soil erosion not only areas, soil is important for survival. Soil pollution is very important. So soil pollution is mainly depends upon many issues are there. So industrial waste are there, their agricultural waste is available. Then the usage of the for example plastics or the areas. So many issues also there in the case of the concern. So particularly soil erosions will be most impacted on many issues. So soil is the important component to understand, to know about the inputs, technical knowledge about the soil. How best we can know about? There are many technical people are studying about, and soil can study by the agronomist, soil can study by the civil engineer, soil can study by the biological engineer. So even civil engineering design, for example, soil we are also studying about for construction of material soil we are using, stability of building we required about soil mechanics. Soil mechanics is one of the important in civil engineering. We can't design any soil, any type of buildings, any soils. For example, like India, different soils are also there. Red soils, black soil, desertic soils. Based on the geological environment, soils are formed. Each soil having different type of the technical issues and environmental issues. So when you are taken about the soil consideration, for soil also not required for not only for environmental issues, for civil engineering purpose, for designing of projects, designing of buildings, bridges, tunnels. There is separate division to study about soil engineering, soil mechanics and soil classification. We have to understand the soil, what type of when soil understanding, then go for the genetic engineering still the further. Soil will shows about the top layer, then below rocks will be there. For designing any bridges, any type of tunnels, we have to know stability. Stability depends upon the soil. That's why engineering skill and for the environmental issues, everything soil is related is a interdisciplinary research. That's the reason why many interdisciplinary research also taking place in the soil. And even that one, I want to mean so. Not only we are worried about the particular the mother planets, we are now probing for other planets because in a future generation, the any minerals are depleted here. We have to probe for the other planets. Now also planning. In further planets, we are planning for moon exploration, moon mining operations also we are planning. So India also already ahead, US also working. Then many mineral deposits on its soil, we are getting about the areas that is useful for energy. Once these are required in shortage of our resources, we have to go for the minerals in the other planets. That is the reason why we are studying about soil samples from the all the areas.
Sir, is the soil erosion affecting the groundwater?
Yes.
If so, how so?
Yeah, the groundwater is one of the important aspect because incidentally I studied MS Tech hydrogeology. My PhD also done hydrogeology, also worked also the engineering geology, mining geology also. So groundwater infiltration depends upon the soil. So weathered, fractured rocks will infiltrate the groundwater. So groundwater is most important. Even in India also, the groundwater availability is available. But even problem is we are not tapping, we are not getting the water where the requirement. Even if you compare to surface, groundwater is large resources are available. The availability of groundwater depends upon the soil fracture, texture, weathering, infiltration. The infiltration, suppose the soil weathering is not taken place properly, the infiltration capacity, for example, pollutants or soil capacity will be increasing, the infiltration capacity will be reduces. One more problem, any soil pollutant taken place, the soil pollutants will travel through the water, through the fracture, what they call, we can call in a rocks, porosity and permeability. Porosity and permeability, porosity means void spaces, percentage of void spaces. And permeability is capacity to transmit, these are two important. So when porosity and permeabilities are capable, then what happens? Whatever the rainfall takes place, that will be infiltrated through the subsoil zone, then reach to the groundwater level. That is the problems. Now I think wherever this topsoil we are made about the roads, concrete and everywhere, like in many cities, infiltration of water we are reducing. That is the reason why what happened? Water will not infiltrate, water will travel to the surface, that is called flooding. In the cities we are getting this flooding not by the natural, it is the artificial because we are not allowing the surface water travel, transmit into the groundwater. So groundwater is even today in villages, in spite of the all heavy projects, still we are using more groundwater than the surface water. If you take the average one in India, water usage is more from the groundwater rather than the projects of that one. That's why groundwater pollution, groundwater infiltration depends upon soil, soil constituents, the pollutions and pollution ingredients that will impact it. Once the aquifer, what is called water bearing formation is called aquifers. When aquifer is contaminated by the pollutants, that area is not suitable for groundwater extraction. That's the reasons why that. So that's why, for example, take about the some of the our in the Telangana region like Nalgonda, other places like that. There is the problem of the groundwater by the particularly about the area about the what they call the unsuitable water we are not getting because of the many issues of the pollutions. So groundwater pollutant can be minimized if you reduce that one. And if you infiltrate, that water will be contaminated again we are not possible to use that one. So that is the groundwater is directly related to the soil. Soil is weathered soil zone. Suppose clay soil is there. If clay soil is there, groundwater will not infiltrate. Why? Clay is more porous, less permeable, sticky, black soil. So water will not be infiltrate. So sand soil is there, infiltration takes place. So like that, soil relation, soil pollutant directly related to the groundwater. Groundwater is one of the important resource for our survival. Will still more groundwater is there. We have to record only tappable person required for the survival of the human beings.
Sir, is soil erosion affecting our food cycle?
Yeah, directly already mentioned to you. The many experts, I'm not the expert in that one, most of the soil agronomists and the farmers, agriculture engineers, and they wrote about many topic also. The pollution, because the natural pollutions that are impacting about the crop yield reducing, and there are several publications also given. There are also mention about the pollution of this one, crop yield is reducing, and even that is the reasons why I think many areas, I think they are the working to how best we can use that one. So crop production directly depends upon the yield, also depends upon the agriculture. Agricultural production is one depends. Soil formation, water, surface water, groundwater, crop yield, crop expression, environment is all one related to the mother earth itself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful speech, like the wonderful interview which you gave for us. And so, my dear viewers, that was the interview which the DV Reddy sir has gave to us. And finally, I would like to conclude that let's all save the soil by for saving it for our future generations too. Thank you, and here it's Nitin Vinod offboarding. Thank you.